Hey everybody, welcome back to another Ford Ranger video. This I'm going to call the state of the Ranger. I'm going to do a walk around, talk about how things are performing, show you the condition of everything from the tires to the paint, body, interior, everything like that. And then talk about some future plans. Got the dogs joining me today. Anyway, it is beginning of September here in San Diego, and it's hot, dry, and this truck sits out, bakes in the sun all day. So it's not really pampered. And believe it or not, I don't actually clean it all that often. Sits out under the blazing sun, and it may not look like it. I mean, it's got a definite layer of dust and dirt on it, which doesn't bother me for this at all. I do use it as a truck. Home Depot, anything large I need to move. So I guess first we'll start with these headlights. These cheap eBay headlights, I don't know if you can see or not, but the clear coat is definitely peeling on those. They were cheap, but you know, I don't know if it'll be worth maybe scuffing these down and repainting these or just getting a new set. They're not quite bad enough where it's bothering me too much. And they're both pretty much the same. Like I said, this sits out in the sun, so the UV rays just, you know, attack this thing all day long. The black grille that I painted is still holding up very well, as are the emblem overlays. The aux beam light bar works just fine. No issues there, but I don't really use it that often. My last fit switchbacks, there's an airplane going overhead. They're doing great, no issues there. All the lighting on the truck works perfectly. And everything I talk about in this video, pretty much everything has its own video in this playlist. So please check that out. If there's anything you're looking for as far as these products, please go to those videos and look in the description for the links. I do provide the links in all the descriptions. A lot of times those links expire because, you know, some of that stuff was purchased 1 and 2 years ago. So I know a lot of you message looking for links, and if they're expired, you'll just have to kind of research on your own and try to find them. Because there really isn't anything I can do to, you know, chase links down for everybody. I'll do it when I can, but please check out the descriptions. Anyway, moving on to the wheels and tires. These Vision Manx wheels were on the truck when I bought it, and they were black. I painted them a dark bronze. And the tires are holding up very well. They're wearing very well. I've rotated them once. I really don't have many miles on these tires at all, but as you can see, the tread is great and no issues there. Same with the back tires. You can still see it's still got some of the factory markings and stuff on them. I'm actually very happy with these wheels. The refinish on them has held up great. Did a few coats, did a clear coat, a couple coats of clear over top. No issues at all. Got these side steps, which I love. I love the way they look, and they definitely help getting in and out. This is not a super tall truck, but you know, it's, I don't know, maybe close to 3 feet off the ground. The bottom 2.5, 3 feet, so makes a difference. My free bed liner that I picked up is still holding up great. I love that. If this were a brand new truck, I probably, you know, wouldn't go with a bed liner. I'd do maybe a professional spray in, but you know, for free on a 2002 truck, I'm not going to complain. See, I do use it. Got some tar spilled back there, but not a big deal to me. My trailer hitch that I picked up think I might have used that one time. I forget what I paid for that thing, maybe 20 bucks, 30 bucks. Can't go wrong with that. LED taillights, LED third brake light, everything's working great. One of my favorite things I did was the, I guess the 2006 and newer mirror conversion. There's a separate video for that, a couple videos actually, so check those out. Just got to do a little modification, and it allows these to fit right up there. I did paint them in the kind of the factory style where it's half painted, half plastic. So I'm very happy with those. All right, under the truck here, really not much to see. Of course, no rust. It's just a little dirty. The frame's got some light dirt on it. I will say pretty much this truck doesn't leak any fluids, which is great. That muffler is, well, it was replaced before I bought the truck, and it's a MagnaFlow, but we ended up cutting it off just the front side of the axle when we did the lift because the tailpipe was in the way, and that bugs me a little bit, but I mean, you don't really see it. It's basically just dumped behind the muffler, so not that big of a deal. And like I said, you can't see it, so it's not, I don't know that it's really worth having fixed. There's the front, just a little dirty. No leaks on the ground. The previous owner replaced the clutch and the rear main seal, and the only area that was pretty much leaking when I got the truck, I think, was from the cam synchronizer seal, but replacing that seemed to solve the very small oil leak that it had, so it's holding up there. All right, moving on to the inside. My power window and conversion is still working out great. By the way, if anybody knows, I don't even actually know the name of this color, if it's even available, but at the time I did this, as you can see, this is probably, I don't know, 2 shades too light. I would like to repaint this to closer to the factory color. They were black, and I prefer them to just kind of blend in as the gray. So if anybody knows the name of this color, let me know, or let me know where I can get that paint. Inside is in pretty good condition. Seats are still good. Headliner's good. Steering wheel cover, the leather wrap that I did is holding up great. My stitch job, not the best as far as the way it looks, but it's holding up, no problem. The gauges that I did in a separate swap, holding up great. Got the new stereo, new subwoofer. This is one thing I did, this lid conversion, there's a video for this. Got this on eBay. It's a metal lid with some factory-like cloth over top, and this thing is awesome. Definitely worth the money. There's a video, so check that out. The truck is pretty much all LEDs. No incandescent bulbs left at all. Not that you can see during the day, but got my dash cam. I never did really wire this in. I just have the wire kind of tucked up and around under the A-pillar trim and down, and then ended up just plug it in right there every time I drive. I'll do it a hardwired installation one of these days. I'll get there. All my little pockets that I put on there still holding up great. Fire extinguisher. Let me go around to the other side. Over here on the passenger side, the seatbelt cleaning that I did, very happy with that. Very happy with the performance of the driver's seatbelt. It was all dirty and caked with oil and grease and dirt and grime, and that's what caused it to be all saggy. It feels brand new. It's awesome. I do have a new factory style shift knob that I want to put on here. When I put this one on, if anybody knows a trick other than just trying to pound it off with the the wrench and pounded it off, that's not the problem. It's putting this new one on. This was brand new when I got the truck, but pounding it down really damages the face of this. Even though I put a cloth over it, a very heavy towel, it still just marred it, and not really happy with that. So this is just sitting here, but I want to put this new one on, but I don't want to damage it in the process. So, oh, the one issue I have is the power locks are still working great. The only issue is when I lock and unlock the truck from the key fob, the driver's side does not lock and unlock for whatever reason. But the power lock itself works, it's still connected, and the power function works. It just, I don't know, for whatever reason, I haven't had the time to actually look at it, tear it apart, but the actual actuator is working, and when you lock it from the master control right there, it locks and unlocks both doors at the same time. So I don't know if it's an issue with the ECU, but I did buy a spare lock kit because they were so cheap, you know, just for parts. You never know. I also bought a spare power window kit too for parts. Haven't had to use any of that stuff, but the ECU may be going bad. I don't know, but it would be easy enough fix, I suppose, if I want to, you know, spend about an hour trying to trace it down. But that kind of defeats the purpose of having that, so I just have to kind of lock and unlock that side with the key. The door panel here, same with the window switch. Housing sticks out as far as color. I would like to change that little pocket right there. All right, show you under the hood. All right, before I wrap this up, here is the engine compartment. It's pretty clean. Like I said, no real oil leaks or coolant leaks or fluid leaks of any kind. AC still works great. Everything on the truck works, except for the driver's side power lock from the remote, like I mentioned. Hood pad's in really good shape. Battery was almost new when I got the truck, so I don't have any issues with that. I don't really have any intention of replacing the air intake. This one that I have is just fine. So the insulation right there for the AC was a little I don't want to say chewed up, but a little damaged when I got it. So I guess if I could ever find a piece of foil tape, I'd just throw it over there. Really the only issue that I have with this truck is it likes on hot days when it's 100 degrees or more, and I'm driving on the freeway and I have the air conditioning on. This thing likes to run really hot. I gotta watch it. I seem to think that that's a problem with these Rangers. The coolant, I mean, I don't see anything obvious, but I need to do a nice, really good thorough flush on this thing. So other than that, that's pretty much it. I do have a pretty cool project coming up. In fact, some of this stuff is supposed to be delivered today. So definitely look for that video in the coming weeks. And there's a few other little things I still need to take care of on this truck, like some paint and body. But mostly this has just been super reliable daily transportation. I almost never drive the Mustang especially if I'm gonna go to the store or want to leave this in the parking lot or whatever. You know, this is great. It's hardly in perfect condition. So if it gets a ding or a scratch, it's not the end of the world. It does not get good gas mileage. It's not the best freeway cruiser, but then again, it wasn't built for that. But I am very happy with it. And yeah, so I've definitely got some more projects coming up, so I hope you consider subscribing. And I love your comments, so please put them down below. But once again, if there's anything you're looking for as far as you know, products or links, please go through the other videos first, because chances are the link is there. At least the description of the part should definitely be there. So that'll do it for another video, and I hope this answers your questions. More things coming up. Stay tuned for the other project video. As always, we'll catch you on the flip side.